So we're sticking on the start screen here today to talk about something. I wanted to talk in this video specifically about Dead by Daylight, and if anyone has watched any of my other videos where I kind of cover a topic that I care about, you're going to notice that they're very scripted and very concise and thought out, but I'm just going to be in a Dead by Daylight game, so this is not, this is going to be very off the cuff, so please bear with me. That being said, let's get into it. Alright, so we got family residence. I didn't really talk about the build. Normally I talk about the build that I'm running. It's a basic just use flashlight build, blind, etc. But I really wanted to talk about Dead by Daylight in the current state today as being a player that has kind of played this since the very beginning. I think Dead by Daylight's main direction that they're looking for in making killers and survivor balances is they're trying to make this a horror game. And if you will, I say this... Okay, alright, zombie. It's just not gonna care about me. They're trying to make this a horror game in terms of, like, when they released it, I think they had in mind that they really wanted this to be genuinely scary, but after a certain point in time, like most games, people push past the fact that you're playing a game for whatever aspect that was trying to be made, and instead you were looking at the game as not a horror game. In terms of, like, people liked watching Noob 3, and I think in the beginning it was like Oshido, Monto, a couple of these other YouTubers that are very big. Before the era of, like, Scott Jund and people that were very analytical about this game. And you got to... these people that were very whimsical, and their goal was to be very good at Survivor. And kind of stomp all over what this game was trying to do, which was be a serious horror game, but also be a multiplayer game that everyone can play and enjoy and play with their friends. Because at a certain point you get these people that make it unplayable to play the game and have fun because of the fact that everyone's taking this as a competitive game. So they want to eliminate the 5 generator runs, the killer win streak stuff, which they're doing a really bad job. The killer win streak snuffing, but because you see these dime a dozen killers that have like over 500 like matches where they 4K'd, which, you know, I would like to say the devs want, because if there's people like that, then there's lots of groups of survivors getting 4K'd and getting into games where, you know, the game is actually a horror game. The killer's winning. It's supposed to happen. But I'm not saying a balanced state of this game should be survivors winning and, you know, constantly being able to, one guy can sway this entire 4 or 5 person match. I don't think that should be the case. But I think in general, all right, buddy, let's do this song and dance here. I'll take that. That's fine. Take that punch. Head over here. Oof. Yeah, I get bonked on that one. When it comes down to, I think, what the game's state should be, I think it should be pretty even keel. I think 2 really good survivors or 3 really good survivors should have a huge sway, and 1 random tanking an entire thing shouldn't ruin the game. However, it feels like, to me, that 2 to 3 people being insanely good at this game is not a big enough sway to be able to have a chance against a killer that's very good and understands what they're doing. And it's very, very hard to balance a asymmetrical horror game being 4 versus 1. So by no means am I saying it's easy or there's an ideal state that they should be striving for, but I think what they are striving for, based on what's happening, is this state of treating it like a horror game, in terms of the killer should be very scary. Certain things should sway the game a lot more than something a survivor can do, and I understand that in its entirety. As severe nerfs to Survivor in order to fix certain things have come about. 1 individual survivor or 4 individual survivors running 1 strategy should not be able to sway the thing. And the way the devs should look at it, they've made certain changes. Oh, perfect. They've made certain changes to the game to try to sway how a survivor, what they can accomplish by themselves. So these UI changes to make it so a solo survivor can see what their teammates are doing and all of the actions they do, etc. That should be helpful, but it's nowhere near being in a state of being in a Swift or Survive with Friends, where all 4 people are in swift communications with each other and they know what's going on through the entirety of the game. That being said, it's really hard to balance a 4-man survive with friends, communication over Discord, group, and team. However, I don't view that as cheating. We had a comical conversation recently about the there's a streamer I think we met saying that you're a cheater, you're a hacker because you have 3 friends that play on Discord with you, which I think is a funny take. But when it comes to this, that's just how the game should be played. I mean, I think that the devs want you to have 4 people in comms, because that means that 4 people had to purchase the game, whether it be new or old. They want people in this game. So that should be the way you play. 4 people in communications, that should be the way the game is played. However, they should be going about balances that way too, which I think they have been doing. But it leaves these solo survivors in this kind of corner where it's like, oh, I would like to play by myself, much like I'm doing right now. And I have no communications with Michaela or Renato, so I have no idea where they're going. And turns out it happens to be here, which I have a guarantee, almost, in a moment, that once Nemesis realizes that I'm alive and he can go for me, then I'm going to be the subject here. Now, that being said, I'm going to use my background player to GTFO, because if he saw me doing the flashlight, that's going to be a problem. However, I probably should have saved it. I don't know exactly how long this Renato is going to be able to go. I've got Vigil. Oh, we didn't do the thing. Okay, do I still have background? Okay, I can still use background again. Background's very, very fun. Point being, though, is when it comes to the state of the game, solo players have it a lot more difficult than a 4-man survive with friends. And again, it's hard for the devs to balance all of this, especially since one of the main line issues that they have with this game is the code that they have never stepped back from. They have never once taken a break to do a health update, and they're just full speed ahead, which is why an update will come out where it affects a certain killer or a certain thing, and when it happens, you're looking at a oof, that's tough. I think I just suffer for this. I take a massive L for this. Okay. I don't know if he has BAM or not. This should be a tough one. Ooh, I'll tell you what. Okay, I get bonked for that. It's okay. Just want to get somewhere that's not a zombie. This game has needed some reprieve to take some health updates into concern. Because it's not really in a very playable state sometimes, and as I said, when an update happens where a killer is released or changed... Oh, damn, that was all on me. Where a killer is released or changed, it'll affect something completely different than itself, resulting in having to kill switch an entire killer, or remove a perk, or change a perk, etc. Whatever habit you be, you know? And it's just, the state of the game currently is not the direction that I would like it to be going, which makes it very understandable for me to see other people's perspectives when you have these streamers that have played this game for several years just being, like, very negative. I've seen people be extremely negative about this game, just be sitting there, you know, oh, I don't enjoy playing this, oh, of course they have this perk, oh, of course they're playing this way, oh, of course, etc. And they just kind of roll their eyes, and you can tell that they're like, barely just, like, they're fighting for what I call the 5%, which is 5% of your matches in Dead by Daylight are going to be that god tier, oh, there's a killer, or there's a group of survivors that's playing poorly, and I can take advantage of that and have fun, and this is what I play the game for. Just because you feel good winning at that level, knowing that you've put this many hours in, knowing that you've played that way, etc. And then the other 95% of the time is just a slog. And it's difficult sometimes. And I, by no means, am complaining about the game right now. I still have a little bit of fun doing some content, and I have lost care for being able to want to win every single game. As you can tell, I'm, you know, as the kids say, I am bottom fracking here. Being at the very bottom. But I don't really care if I am losing the game. I enjoy just the state of, oh, I'm running the killer. I'm doing a little bit of here, doing a little bit of this. I'm not exactly locked in 100% of the time when I'm trying to play. I'm not playing competitively, nor do I wish to do that. So I have no problem playing this game. But my point in saying all of this is that I can see the perspective of those that play this game and think it's a slog, think it's bad, don't like where it's going, and have stopped playing entirely. I absolutely get it. And I will say I will always have love in my heart for Dead by Daylight because I enjoyed this game, because I enjoyed the community that I have made and that have come from that, and because of my YouTube channel and my Twitch and all of that. That being said, I do wish to branch out and play a couple other things. I put a Clash Royale video out like a couple days ago. I skipped yesterday, but a couple days ago I did a Clash Royale video. I had a lot of fun doing that, and you can kind of hear my enjoyment difference between myself here and myself there. As that one, I'm very like off the cuff, very like, you know, quicker to meme and whatnot. Whereas like here, I can do it every once in a while, but I guess it's just not there as much. But anyways, I don't exactly know where I'm going with that. And as I said, if you see my other videos, they're a lot more concise and written. I usually script those videos. It's not exactly a rant that I wanted to do here today. I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts about my current feelings about the state of the game. And I still will be playing this game, and I think for daily videos I'm probably going to continue playing Dead by Daylight, but this is how I feel, and this is how I feel I've captured a lot of people's feelings throughout the years playing with friends and just observing streamers and people that I have met through this game continue to play it. So, wanted to put that out there. If you agree, let me know in the comments. If you disagree, also let me know in the comments. Like this video if you like this video, etc. I'm probably going to be zipping out of here, but I'm going to be doing a speedrun stream later tonight if you guys are interested in that. Also on YouTube, so I stream here on YouTube and on Twitch. Links are going to be in the description. And as always, Gamers.